You know, this just really is not just a car to me. I would have not put any of the extreme amount of money and effort into this car if it wasn't for showing, you know, for me having any sort of love and bond with this car. I easily could have just taken it away, or after the crash said, nah, that's it, I've had enough. But something inside me was just like, I want more. I want to come back. I want to, you know, go crazy with it. And I always used to hate Reynolds, believe it or not. It was just ridiculous. I always used to hate Reynolds. And it's not until you get into a car like this that's been set up, or even from stock, these cars are absolutely phenomenal. You start to realise the capabilities that these things have, and I would not change this thing for the world. I've had tons of cars, and I don't think I would ever want to get rid of something like this. If it gets to the point in the future where I have to sell this sort of car, then fine, but I would never really want to. If I can save and get another car to keep this to the side and keep it as that sort of memory, then I 100% would. But for now, yeah, I just absolutely love this thing. Alright guys, so yeah, as you can see, we've done a fair few changes to the Clio, but let's get up and have a little chat. Let me tell you what is going on here. So how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Luke, this is LBTV, and today we're going to be talking about why pretty much the Clio is all stripped down and, you know, in its original colour, and why on earth there's different wheels, a roof scoop, and maybe some other extras as well. So, as you've heard, I absolutely love this car. It is incredible, and if I was to recommend one to anybody or any of you watching, go ahead and do it. There's a reason why I've decided to keep this car, because, believe it or not, I was getting a midlife crisis and I was on about selling it. But I'm glad I stuck to my gut and I didn't. Now, the reason why I was thinking of selling it is, obviously, as you know, me and Shan have just bought or just got our first house. So I was thinking funds might be a bit iffy here, and I didn't really know what to do. So I just didn't really know what to do. But I'm so glad we've kept the car, and yeah, it's here now. We've had some changes, and let's go ahead and start talking through step by step as to why the wrap's not on the car anymore. So as you can see, yeah, she is bare now, like completely bare. And you know what? The paint is actually in really good condition. It is looking absolutely incredible, and I'm really happy with the car. I'm actually really liking it now back in its clean look. It looks really cool, and you know, as you guys can see, it is set up sweet at the minute. But obviously we'll get into all the geo and everything afterwards, but let's talk about as to why this wrap's come off of the Clio. Now, nothing against Corey or anyone at Wrap Capital, because they're amazing, they work sick, and I cannot fault them, and I will be going back there in the future, and I recommend any of you guys going to get your wraps done with them. Now, the reason being is that obviously after the little incident on the rear, there was no wrap on the rear boot lid or on the rear bumper. It looked daft, and then I needed some paint work done on the rear because it just needed doing. Then basically the paint shop needed to start taking apart part of the wrap away to get to, you know, doing the paint properly with masking it up. And then as we were doing that, it was just basically starting to come off anyway. So I was just like, look, let's get it off. It's going to look stupid, and I just didn't want that, and I just didn't want to start diving in, put loads more money into it on, you know, cosmetically at the minute, although I've already spent cosmetically, but we'll get into it. But yeah, that's the reason why. And obviously I was going to take it off because I was thinking of selling it as well. So by that point I already taken it off because I thought I was going to sell it, but I haven't. So yeah, you know why the wrap's off now, don't worry. And the fact that basically I don't think I'm going to be able to race this year now. Funds is a bummer, and COVID is really on our ass at the minute, so I don't think much is going to be going on again this year. So it's a shame, but I can take this year out to go around, if COVID allows, to basically, you know, learn. I think I need to learn. Obviously, for my instant, everyone thinks I'm a crap driver now, but that's not the case, and I've been on that track loads of times. It was just my own bad decision, and it was a crap setup for the day. So I know loads of you are Karens, and you're going to be saying, Luke,
you're just awful, you can't drive.
shut up. All right, I'll give any one of you a race these days. Not joking, but I'm learning anyway as well, guys. I'm learning. Anyway, let's move on. Now, guys, you might have noticed we've now got a carbon fibre roof scoop, eh? That's pretty cool. I like it. It looks sick. You know, it's like people are going to ask, look, what's the main benefits from having one of these? And I apologise as well, I didn't do an installation video on this because I wanted to get it done, get it on the car. Massive thanks to Aaron, Track Them Free, and Nick from Ducks Fab for getting involved, getting this fitted. Like I said, I like to get a lot of my stuff done professionally. I hate things being bodged. It really just does not work in my head. Like, it just does not work in my head. I mean, if you're professional and you can do this sort of stuff, and go ahead, but if you're bodging it, it's not really good. But the main purpose is to, now that the inside of the car is sprayed black, it's gonna get very hot in there in the summer, especially on a mountain track and stuff like that. So the main purpose of this is to allow cold air in to flow into the cab, and basically, yeah, it is really effective, believe it or not. I drove it home the other night and yeah, it got real cold, especially in the current climate that's going on. So, but it just looks good as well. They run them on the Clio Cup race cars, and they just, you know, they look really good. Let me just quickly show you what they look from the inside, actually, just so you can get a gist as to how they allow the air to flow through. You're probably wondering, Luke, there's a hole at the back, so how can there be any air flowing through? To be fair, if the hole was covered, it would probably just lift off the scoop. It would probably just try and detach, although it would be difficult, but it probably would try. But yeah, let me just show you the inside. Okay, so I don't even think you guys can see this very well, but I can see my hand very well, but it's because it's black inside and this is carbon fibre, it's quite dark. There's a vent this side right there, and there's a vent on the other side as well. I keep that one closed off because obviously there's nobody here to sit apart from the battery, which has been relocated, as you guys know. So this vent opens up and allows cold air to be flooded straight to me in my face, which is really, really nice. In the summer, it's going to play a really good, you know, good part for me when I'm on track, because as you see, it's going to get very dark. Well, it's going to get very hot in here, I mean, because of how dark it is. But yeah, that's that. Okay, wheels. So you might have noticed we've got 7.5J speed lines on. What happened to the Team Dynamics? Well, I really need a wide angle because this is a nightmare, me sat on the floor. But basically, yeah, the Team Dynamics have gone. I couldn't miss out on this deal because it was just, it was too good to be true. The guy offered me these and some money, but I'm not getting into details. But yeah, I've took on a deal, so I've now got these wrapped in Michelin PS4s, which are gonna be my, you know, wet, damp track wheels with these tyres on. They're actually really good tyres. They are, for the wet, they perform extremely well. So for the wet tyres wise, I'm gonna go for these. If I don't fancy them, you know, if I get on a track and it's really wet and I feel like they're not performing as good, I might change up to Uni Royals. But for now, they're amazing. They're 7.5J speed lines, like I said. Got the RS centre caps, which apparently are getting rare as rock and horse crap at the minute. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's on them all round. But don't worry, we are getting Team Dynamics back. I've got a set arriving from Demon Tweaks. It's just they've been on back order because of COVID, and I'm just waiting for them to arrive, basically. It should be here anytime soon. I'm gonna stick some AR1s on them again, and they're gonna be on dry set. So yeah, that's that. Sick. Okay, so now we've talked through the scoop, we've talked through why the wrap's gone, and we've talked about the wheels. Luke, can there be anything else you've done that you haven't shown us? Well, yeah, I apologise. There is, just due to COVID, guys, it's been so difficult to film anything. I've had to give the car to people. I can't actually go in there and film. It's been, you know, all over the shop. So a few more things we need to talk about here, and that is the geometry setup. So the setup's been done. I've left the bonnet open for a reason. We'll get to that in a second. The setup's been done by Aaron again. Now, it was so interesting to watch because he's a very knowledgeable guy. If you haven't already checked him out, go check him out, because his M3 build is going to be insane. Like, it's just going to be an absolute track monster. So his Instagram's in the link down below. If you want work done with him, give him a message. I don't know how, you know, how well it's going to go down if he gets tons of messages from you guys, but yeah, if you, or even for any information, check him out, because I was sat there. He had a tape measure. He was doing my alignment with just a tape measure, no string, just a tape measure, writing down all these different bits for the toe in, toe out, camber and everything, and we ran it off a Clio Cup Racer's setup. So the height of the car right now is how a Clio Cup Racer would actually sit height-wise. The camber on the front, now I've been able to get a camber adjusted now due to the strengthening top plates, because this is a you know, like a facelift as they want to call it, or like a, you know, like a newer top mount style. Because if you guys didn't know, on the 09 or 10 plate, they changed it to basically where the top mounts are, there would be a big, you know, this would just be flat, this colour be flat across with just the top of the strut sticking out, whereas on the other ones, on the years below, it was already cut out. So I don't know why they changed it. Stupid design. It's one thing you shouldn't have done, Renault, was that. But we've got the strengthening plates from Weeder Motorsport. So check them out, guys. Weeder Motorsport. If you didn't know Weeder Motorsport are, basically they're the guys who built this front splitter that somehow survived that crash. So yeah, pretty quality products they got going on. So the strengthening plates are awesome. I think they do them in an 80mm and 90mm diameter, which is sweet. So now we've maxed out the camber on the front with yellow speed. It's completely different to a lot of other setups. It's actually bang on, because with a lot of other setups, you've actually got to go sort of by eye or by the little millimeter lines. With the pins, you know it's going to be equal either side. So good thinking from yellow speed, very good thinking. But yeah, we've maxed out the camber, so we're running negative 2.1 or 2. I think it's 2.2 on the front, and then on the rear it's about 2.8 or minus 2.9. So we definitely need a lot more camber on the front, although it does differ based on weather, what track you're at, and it's something we can adjust now, which is sweet. But I'm really happy with the geometry setup. It drives incredibly well. It's from when I had it before, how it was set up for Coombe, because it wasn't really set up until I had everything put together, rushed last minute. That's probably the reason why I'm a crash. But and due to the fact that my stupid choice and the slicks or the semi-slicks. But now it is just unbelievable. It's so more rigid and solid since the cage as well, because I haven't driven it properly since having the cage. But having the cage and this full geo setup, wow, it changed the car completely, and it's absolutely insane. It is set up perfectly. This car is ready to hit the track. It is just ready to go around tearing up those EP3s. I know, you wait for it now. I shouldn't have said that, because all these EP3 comments, all the EP3 people are going to make comments like,
you ain't going to beat me. Do you know what K20?
Okay, alright, I've had AP3s, I know what they're like. Handling wise, they are nothing on this. I'm telling you now, there's not much that can touch this handling wise. For a front wheel drive hot hatch, that's affordable anyway. But yeah, wow, it's a car that I absolutely love, guys. I can't get over it. It's not going anywhere, that's for certain. There's so much that's gone into this build now. It is ridiculous, and I'm so glad I brought you on this journey, because I hope I've inspired a lot of you to grab Clios. I know the Mini, a lot of you want to go get Minis, and now after this, I've seen a fair few people buying Clios. So if I've inspired you, sick, because that's what I want to do. I want to bring you onto these cool, amazing cars, because after looking at this now, like, this is sexy, innit? This is absolutely insane looking. Like, as well, with since the crash, it looks 10 times better. It looks better than it did before. Like, all the panel gaps meet, because it's just, there wasn't even that much structural damage. It's just, panels that just need putting back together. So yeah, there's no structural damage, so it's not gonna make anything out of line. I don't know why I was really expecting it to be out of line, but I guess when you're putting new panels on, sometimes they do go out of line. But this matches up perfectly. And then with the roof scoop and everything as well, this car is just absolutely incredible. I'm mad in love with this thing. It's insane. I think it's getting a bit on Shan's tits, because I'm here doing stuff for the Clio all the time now, and I should be spending more time with her, and I apologise, Shan, but race cars kind of do come first, I guess. But lads, wow, I don't even know where to start. I want it to be like track battles on YouTube, because I just love it. I'm just keen 24/7. I am super keen all the time. Now there's a few mods coming up soon, one of which is Wheeler Motorsports steering wheel column kit. So basically it allows me to lower the steering wheel further, gives it a great sense of direction for me when I'm sat in the cabin. My racing position is going to be a lot better. Other mods we've got coming, I've actually ordered an LSD, so an LSD is on the way for this thing, believe it or not, so that's going to be sick. And we've also got to get it mapped. Now mapping is coming up, so it's going to be very interesting to see what power it's going to make. Anything over 200 horsepower I'll be happy with. And I know a lot of you young kids and lads are going to be like, 200 horsepower is not a big number, and you're so uneducated. I don't know why I can say that though, because at your age, like 17, 18, and I do get a lot of messages from young lads saying, Luke, it's just a Clio, it's not running big power. what's the power figures, etc. And they get well into it. And I was like that when I was younger, but now it's all about drivability. It's how it produces or delivers the power, how it all comes together to life on a track, or, you know, as a B-road basher or a fast road car, as you like to call it. But I kind of want to get you into, I want to get you younger lads, you know, pumping about getting yourself a Clio and stuff like that, because I rate these, I really rate these, and I won't be filming it, I won't be doing any of this stuff if I didn't think anything about this car, and I won't be putting so much money into it if it was just a Clio. So there we go, boys and girls. You know what's happened to the car. It is an update. You needed an update because you didn't know what was going on with the Clio. You haven't seen it for a while. But hey ho, here we are. That's it. It's looking sexy, and I'm over the moon with it. But I just also want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's been getting involved with this car. So we've got Aaron, we've got 0.1, we've got K-Tech, we've got Simon from Better Tuning, we've got all the guys that got involved with the lathe of the car. We've got Ryan from Running Motors. There's loads of people, Josh from JP Cages. The list is unreal. There's like Nick from Young Cars Detailing who got involved with, like, you know, all the products I've used on this car from them. I'm talking really fast, which is ridiculous. Obviously we've got Darren from BD Performance, who's an absolute god. He's been here for me throughout this build, through thick and thin, so big shout out to Darren. But all the people that's been involved with this car, Corey, as well for Rep Capital, everyone, I just cannot thank you enough. You've done absolute bits for me, and if it wasn't for you guys getting involved, I wouldn't be at the stage where I am with the car right now, 100%. So I'm really, really thankful for that. Anyway guys, I'm wrapping up this video because I'm dragging on, and yeah. But if you want to get first updates as to what's going on with my cars, check out my Facebook and Instagram. I always load up posts to them. I usually find out there first what's going on. So if you haven't already, go give me a follow and a like on the pages. But yeah, thanks for watching today's video, guys. If you've enjoyed it, slap a like on this video as always, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit that bell button if you're notified every single time I upload, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Thanks for watching, guys.